key topics around midlife, around the perimenopausal transition, what that means. And I'm here to answer your questions. I see people often and get a great opportunity to talk with people when I'm speaking at live events, etc. And recently, when I was at a live event in Miami, so many women came up to me and said they've been dismissed by their doctor. They've asked about hormones. They've been told they were too young, they're too old, and everything in between. And so there's so much misconception around, okay, how do we transition in midlife? What works for, what's going to work for us for our total quality of life for the long haul? How are we what is the best way to transition? What do we need to do? And one of the things that I say often is that it takes more than hormones to fix our hormones. And when we look at our hormonal hierarchy, we think about all our hormones, right? Think about estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, melatonin, our pro hormones, vitamin D and DHEA, and all of those have to be taken into consideration. We also need to recognize that these hormones are managed by upper level hormones. And I like to say, if you consider all the hormones, like think of a university setting, and all our hormones are like all the students at our university. And then you have professor hormones, and these are insulin and cortisol and adrenaline. These are regulator hormones. And then we have our master hormones. And the most important master hormone, like the dean or president of a university, is our hormone oxytocin, the most powerful hormone. In my programs, I teach how to optimize the hormone oxytocin, how to reset our body, how to detox, how to get control of perimenopausal symptoms, how to get control of hot flashes, mood swings, what to do well post menopause. And in as quick as 10 days, we can do a 10-day hormone detox. And that's something I'm offering for the first time going live. And I've had over 8,000 people do my 10-day breeze through menopause course. And I've been reading through, oh my goodness, like thousands of responses today and highlighting a few. And just listening to how you've responded, how 10 days made a change, gave you a kickstart in your life, in your hormone reboot, made you feel more empowered and in control of your life. I mean, that's the game, right? That's what we need to do. That piece of empowerment where we feel like we're at home in our body, and we know that there are changes that we can make. There's little modifications, things that we can let go of that's going to serve us and serve our body. I've recently done a couple podcasts and posts about breast implant illness and symptoms, and part of my own journey in my explant journey, starting with breast deflation, implant deflation, and then I am scheduled for explant. And I was talking with another dear friend who just went through explant surgery and what she's been going through and how she feels and why she decided to do it, especially at this stage of life. I'm 59 this year, and think about, okay, well, how do I want to live out the third act of my life? Let's say the second spring, as they say in Japan, the time beyond menopause, the second spring of our lives, or as it's termed, konenki. So I'm here to answer your questions and hear from you. And let me see here. I got my big red glasses on to read this. Dora said, I got early menopause at age 42 and can't tolerate hormones. I'm wondering if there's hope for me to grow healthy and grow old in a healthy way. And I hear you. And absolutely, there's so much we can do. When we think of the blue zones, and I've studied the blue zones, and I've traveled around the world, talked with healers and physicians and scientists in the longevity space, and look at the commonalities. And when it comes to these commonalities, a lot of it is empowering our, relationships, empowering our hormone oxytocin. Again, the most powerful hormone. Think oxytocin at the top, insulin, cortisol, and adrenaline. And then all our hormones are affected: estrogen, progesterone, DHEA, cortisol. All of these hormones are affected. And we look at the micronutrients that are needed to make our hormones and support that. We consider our body's detoxification pathways, systems, and think, how do we support that? And there's so much we can do in this. And in my new program that I'm doing live, it's my 10-day Breeze Through Menopause program. If you go to dranna.com/breeze, you will get lifetime access. You will get 10 days of recipes. You get 10 daily, you get daily videos. So 10 daily videos plus live calls with me, 5 live calls with me. So this is the first time I'm doing it live. And I love that as I'm reading through, again, I always ask people who have gone through my programs, courses, or seen me, what's working for you? What would you like better? What would help you more? And so many said, okay, lifetime access and more, Dr. Anna. So I am doing that live, and we're going to do that just for the normal price is $100 and something. So we're doing it for $17 live, 10-day program access, lifetime access, 10 days of recipes, and the live calls with me. So I hope you will join me or let someone know in your world that I'm doing this so you can tell them about it. And Karen wrote, sending you hugs as you continue your explant journey. And I had a patient in my office the other day who went through her own explant journey and in menopause, post-menopause, and she said it just changed her life, but it's hard. It's hard. There's a lot that comes with it emotionally, physically. So preparing ourselves for this, and that's one of the reasons I'm committing to doing my program with you too, is for this kickstart, this reboot and detox aspects of it, and really understanding the benefits of intermittent fasting, the alkaline basis of my keto green diet, and how to work with medicinal menus. I've created medicinal menus for you, that food is medicine. I grew up in as a first generation American, I grew up in a family, my mom being Palestinian, used food as medicine. She would make olive oil, for instance, and olive oil was a staple in our family house, but olive oil with dried thyme and sesame seeds, and that's called za'atar. And this combination of za'atar with olive oil is very good for the brain, good for the immune system, and good for detox. But it was like, this is food is medicine. And she would say it will, it helps you be smarter. So of course I would always eat this before exams, etc. I think she was prompting me in many ways, like, okay, can I eat this and not study? No, unfortunately, no. But it's a key aspect of balancing our health. Doreen said, I'm 68, still on small amounts of estrogen and progesterone. Is that okay? No health issues? Well, I continually study the research, and that's a great question because I'm looking at some of the research of hormone therapy, menopausal hormone therapy beyond age 65 years, and its effect on women's health and outcomes. This study was published last year in 2024, and it looked at hormones in women over age 65, and those who stayed on hormones had significant improvements in overall health, quality of life measures. So like, I wouldn't stop. Again, we want to empower our body to use hormones appropriately, continue to make as many of the hormones that we can as much as possible naturally, and use what we're making as well as possible. And I think that's a really key point. Also, like when I think about this, I want to give the example of using SSRIs or mood stabilizing medication in perimenopause and menopause and beyond. Many women struggle with anxiety, mood swings, depression, and that significantly affects our quality of life. And often, one of the first things that women are prescribed are SSRIs like Prozac, Zoloft, Cymbalta, different medications. Well, what those do, those block your serotonin receptors. So it doesn't actually help your body make more serotonin, but it blocks the receptor site so your body feels like there's more serotonin available. So what I like to do with or without SSRIs is let's get our body to make more serotonin. And if we consider the pathways in which our body makes more serotonin, we need estrogen on board. We need progesterone on board. And we also need amino acids like tryptophan and 5-hydroxytryptophan on board to help us do that. So we look at those aspects and say, okay, it's more than a drug, right? It's more than hormones. It's these concepts together. And then when we use hormones to do them safely and, from what I can tell from the research, there's no age limit on that. So, so for Doreen, can continue using. I think it's something to really consider. Martha said, "Oh, hi, Martha. You saved my life after surgical menopause. I went through your second Magic Menopause class. Thank you, Dr. Quebec. I will be forever grateful to you." Thank you, Martha. Well, we're doing Magic Menopause again starting in April, so I hope to see you as an alumni coming through again. Karen said, 10 days with your program changed my life. Thank you for your love and wisdom. I am finding my way through learning my body and how it responds. Your program gives me hope. So I want you all to join me in this 10-day super breeze through menopause masterclass, whether you're before, during, or after menopause, to get that kickstart, to do this hormone detox with me, and to feel empowered. One of our ladies that did breeze through menopause, Amy, she said, I love the recipes. I love the encouragement each day. I loved learning about how important it is to start your day well and the connection between oxytocin and cortisol. It's super important. She said, I love the positivity and the hope that a woman's life and love doesn't have to be over with menopause. There is something that I can do. In fact, there are a lot of things I can improve. And I really appreciate understanding how important it is to be alkaline for overall health. Thank you so much for the program. So it is key, I understand, like, a lot of times these changes for optimal health aren't easy. Well, they're just unfamiliar. It's not that they're not easy, they're unfamiliar, and we have to create these disciplines and practices. Like, we create, a habit of brushing our teeth, like we create a habit of conditioning our skin, as we create a habit of smiling. And one of the things that I get you to do from day one is creating your cheer word, words that make you smile, thoughts that make you smile, and how that feels, really shifting into that energetic state of alkalinity. And Karen said, my biggest issue is keeping off sugar, and that makes me anxious for sure. Doris said, can you share the name of the program again? It is dranna.com breeze, and I'll put it in here. It's easy. If you comment breeze, my team should send you a link, but it's dranna.com/breeze. So dranna.com breeze, Doris. So check that out. And we're starting that on Monday. So the 10-day breeze through menopause program starts live on Monday. And so I'm really excited about that. So we're going to be going live. So 5 of those 10 days, I am live with you each day. Right away, when you enter into the Breeze Through Menopause program, you will get a welcome email and the dates to bookmark in your calendar to join me live. You'll get the replays, and you have lifetime access to this 10-day program. So I hope to see you there. Let's see here. Yes, it is Breeze. So dranna.com/breeze. Thanks, Martha, for putting that in there. And yes, so another person said, I love the videos. I love the recipes. It's very informative and identifies several of the issues. Also, the diet's not rigid. I really work to create simplicity. I grew up with a family of chefs, and and food and taste is very important for me. And then really recognizing that food is medicine, and the combination of ingredients that I put together, healthy fats, high quality protein, and lots of good alkalinizing vegetables and fermented foods to help with that, and spices and herbs to help with detoxification. A favorite food of mine is tabbouleh. If you know about tabbouleh, put a heart in the comments, give me a like, or let me know, because tabbouleh is a medicinal food. Parsley is very alkalinizing. It's also a natural diuretic. It's a prebiotic, and it also helps with, it has nutrients rich in magnesium and key oh my goodness. Parsley is just so good for so many things. I can't even begin to tell you. But also in tabbouleh, there's tomatoes, lemon juice, and olive oil. And I use, instead of the cracked wheat or the bulgur wheat that's in traditional tabbouleh, I use broccoli sprouts, and I chop those up so it adds that nice crunch. Plus, broccoli sprouts are rich in sulforaphane and specifically I3C, DIM, and SGS, sulforaphane glucosinate, and that helps with estrogen detoxification. Again, whether we're producing it naturally or getting it from hormones or from estrogen mimickers in our environment, we want to make sure that we're supporting detox very, very well. So we'll do that. Let's see. Kelly said, let's see. I'll put on my big red glasses again. Do you guys like these? I know I have my other smaller glasses, but these are a little bit stronger. So they help me. They help me a little bit better. All right. So Kelly said, thank you so much. My doctor recommended you, and I'm so happy. I'm feeling so much more energetic. Can't wait to join the program. I can't wait to see you there too, Kelly. We're going to be kicking it off live also on Monday, March 17th. I had to remember the date of March 17th. So good to see you. All right. And Bimp said, Pocky said, how much is the 10-day Breeze program? It used to be, we had it for over $100 for lifetime access. Now it's $17 for lifetime access with this live component. It is a very valuable program. You will see when you get in. You will get access to the program module, the daily videos, the menus. You will get a shopping guide, a batch cooking list, and of course, all the recipes in very easy, delicious. And also, one of the things that someone had commented, she loved that I instruct on how to use the leftovers, because sometimes I can't cook every day, and it's just me and my now 17-year-old daughter at home. And so cooking for myself or cooking for my 17-year-old, and with our schedule, it can be a challenge. So I love leftovers. I always make extra for leftovers. So Bim said, what a great deal Breeze is. If you're on the fence, please sign up. You won't be disappointed. This is Bim. Thank you. And she said, as someone who did her Magic Menopause program, my life is forever changed. I'm signed up for Breeze also. The meals are incredible. The knowledge you gain will blow your mind, and you will feel empowered to not only take control of your health, but also how to advocate for yourself when seeking care through a provider. Thank you. All right, song. That's good. Oh, you always come up as Bimp. All right. So those are some things that can help. Let's see here. TK wrote, I love your honesty, your genuineness, and true knowledge of the female body. You have done a great job of explaining hormones and why they are important to understand. I love the length of the videos and the encouragement this resource has provided. Well, I did train as an OBGYN. I'm triple board certified. I trained as an OBGYN out of Emory University. And then I continued studying functional medicine, bioidentical hormones, and the use of sexual medicine, including testosterone, DHEA, and oxytocin way back in 1999. So I've been doing this a long time. And then understanding the impact of female health, vulvovaginal health. I mean, this is key to overall health and wellness. You will hear me say the vagina is essential for life. The vulvovaginal area is critically important. A lot of nerves, good blood supply. And when we're struggling with issues of incontinence, dryness, discomfort, that affects infections, that affects the quality of life. Plus, we don't recognize that as we age, we can get fine lines and wrinkles up here on like my smile lines and laugh lines. Committed to those. No Botox for me. Not judging it, but none for me. Really want to use my wrinkles, my facial expressions, and as my guide to how healthy I am, how happy I am, how well I'm doing, how much I need to or should be detoxing. So there's a lot going on in 10 days. We can do a lot. We saw 98% improvement in symptom score in 10 days. So 98% of people had significant improvements in their symptom scores in just 10 days. So let's see here. I'll read this to you from CJ, and she said, I enjoy the videos. Every evening, I sit down and relax with two sleeping kitties, one on my lap to watch instead of watching TV. I appreciate Dr. Quebecca's humor and communication skills, in addition to her informative and short presentation. Then I keep the TV off and read a little before retiring. She said she learned in lesson 6 that I should be wearing blue light blocking glasses so I can get a better night's sleep. So true. Tina said, is it okay to take Mighty Maca every day indefinitely? We have people, and we did post a video of Mindy, who had come to me struggling with fertility, and she's probably, other than me and my family, one of our longest Mighty Maca users. So over 15 years, she's been using Mighty Maca regularly as a key part of our health, and something I do on a regular daily basis. It's just part of my routine, like brushing my teeth, drinking water first thing in the morning, and hydrating. I drink my Mighty Maca first thing in the morning to help support detoxification and alkalinization in my body and my body's natural anti-inflammatory processes. As I studied, and I always try to look at, okay, try to make things simple, because it can be complex, and our bodies are complex, amazing, magical bodies, and so powerful, this temple of our spirit, this cathedral of our spirit. And if you know any good cathedrals, they need constant renovation, constant renovation. So, and I just am thinking of the Sagrada de Familia in Spain. Oh my gosh, if you ever get an opportunity to go there, please go visit the Sagrada de Familia. It's an incredible cathedral. But that is our bodies. That is our bodies, and they house our soul. They house our spirit. So, and when we're having pain, when we're having discomfort, we always want to ask why, what's going on, and address those underlying issues. So I really do hope to see all of you in my Breeze Through Menopause masterclass, whether you are experienced. I'm actually calling it experience because I'm going live with you this time. You'll get these great input and insights daily into your email. You'll have access into the program for a lifetime, these great recipes, medicinal menus. That is a great kickstart for hormone detox and supporting your body, whether you're on hormones or not. And then also the understanding about what's happening, what's the transition, how do we age well. It's about a lot more than hot flashes, as as my friends and people who have taken my programs recognize. It's about our cardiovascular health. It's about our bone health and having strong bones and having the energy to do the things that are on our bucket list to do, and to really feel again empowered and at home in our body. In a conversation I had this morning with a dear friend, we were talking about this transition as we enter into our 60s, that there's so much that is a heck no anymore. Like, we know what doesn't serve us. We've been running on a like continually spinning our wheels for so long, and we think, okay, well, I don't want to continue spinning our wheels like this. I'm feeling like I'm not getting anywhere, and I know that can feel like that during this transition. I want you to be empowered. So part of my journey was struggling with early menopause at age 39. And at first I was diagnosed with infertility. I went through several rounds of hormonal therapies for the highest doses of injectable meds to create some ovarian stimulation, and I had none. And then I was diagnosed with early menopause, and I was devastated. So what I learned in my journey around the world, talking with healers and, again, scientists and researchers and physicians, empower, and the medicinal foods that I used, and the lifestyle practices that I incorporate, and the mindset's huge. And you guys know that. You're listening here, you're looking for insight, inspiration, maybe a little humor, and to help support your own journey in your life. We know that mindset is so important, and it's not woo-woo science. It is key, and the physiology behind that is something that I've been very interested in studying, and I continue to study and look at all the different ways that we can empower our physiology, our mindset, our enjoyment of life. So yeah, put in the comments, what do you do that brings a smile to your face every day? What's something that you enjoy doing, or you wish you could be doing that you haven't been able to do for whatever reason? Aches and pains, don't have to struggle with that. We can be symptom free. I thought about this as I got up this morning. On a couple days ago, I walked 10 miles around White Rock Lake, which is here in Dallas. It's beautiful, and I live pretty close to it. So I walked White Rock Lake, and it was 10 miles. That's the longest walk I've done since I walked on the Camino de Santiago this last summer. And typically I'm going maybe 2 to 3 miles. So I walked this 10 miles, and yesterday I was feeling it. I was feeling it in my hips, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay, like I got to keep up my longer distances because I want to walk the Camino de Santiago again. And I had conversation with my body. Why are you causing me pain? What's going on? And this morning I woke up with no pain whatsoever. So no hip pain, no feet pain. And our body just has tremendous ability to reboot itself, to heal itself, to get rid of inflammation in our system. And these are the practices that I've incorporated into the 10-day program in small, like 5 to 10 minute videos each day. And then, of course, there's the live interaction that I can't wait to do with you guys. So definitely come on live. Doreen asks, oral estrogen isn't doing any good at 68. Best to do vaginal insert. So my practice is that I convert from oral estrogens to transdermal or transvaginal estrogens, but typically transdermal or topical estrogens. In other words, that you apply to your skin, face, neck, décolletage area, your vulvar area, and use it topically instead of orally, because we know that oral estrogens can increase your inflammatory markers and increase your risk of stroke. It's a small increase, but it's still an increase. And if we can do it in a better way, we want to do it that way. So transdermal and typically not just estrogen alone, right? We look at progesterone, testosterone, DHEA, and then of course, most importantly, become more insulin sensitive, manage insulin, manage glucose, and manage stress, cortisol. And I always say, more than managing stress, let's focus on increasing our oxytocin. So you have a checklist daily, because like, who doesn't like a checklist? You get a checklist, you get to check off those boxes. I don't know, that's very rewarding to me to check off all those boxes. But a little checklist to help you say, okay, stay accountable to you. And also really gold, really gold is that we have a private group, a private community group. One of the things in our outtake forums on Breeze is that we really would love a community group to continue to have these conversations and continue to have that community support. And that's something they love. And so from me and my team will be in that community group to help you. So, yeah. So that's another really good way to get additional support. And as one person wrote, I love this community because I don't feel alone and I don't feel like this has been in my head and I don't feel crazy. So, so that's really good. All these key points are key. Let's see. Renee said, it takes the guessing out. I know the basics, but deciding what to eat, I'm always selecting more dairy and less greens. The short videos are so inspirational and it doesn't take up too much time. And then another person wrote, I've spent a significant amount of time researching better health after menopause, and I'm learning things from you that I've not come across in my research. The videos are short and simple, enough for me to meditate on so I can apply it. And that's what I want for you. Packy said, I love Pakith. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry. She said, I love to strength train and walk with nature, but I've been suffering with joint pain and difficulty recovering. So I'm going to join this program for help. You will see a significant improvement. In one of the questions, as part of this program, you also get an inventory questionnaire. You get daily journaling prompts that you can use. You get to choose your love your life goal. So we stay focused on what is most important to us. And then the strategies to help decrease inflammation and balance your hormones naturally. Sherry said, is there an advantage to starting hormones after 12 years after menopause? My doctor says no. I'm looking for improving my sex life and to stop my hips from disappearing and my belly from getting bigger. Yes, definitely join the program, Sherry. And I would definitely be talking about all of these aspects, and again, how to decrease inflammation and improve hormone balance naturally. And it starts with enabling our body to support our hormones, our own body's natural production of hormones, because we produce hormones till we die, right? There's no age limit on that. And for women looking at, using hormones or not using hormones, I think it's a really valid question. But we have so much safety, including in this post age 65 study that was run and published this summer, looking at 10 million women and the different forms of hormones they were on and what the results were. We can do it safely, and no age limit on that. No age limit on that, Sherry. So definitely join us. I think this is, and your concept of, okay, what's causing the belly fat issue, the hips disappearing, it's transitions and hormones, but we can fix that with metabolic fixes. So the concepts of becoming more insulin sensitive, because if we're not addressing these issues, if we're doing things often the way we were in our 20s, we can have increased insulin resistance as we age. While our reproductive hormones are going down, insulin's increasing. So I teach you strategies to become more insulin sensitive, easy things that you can incorporate into your life. So that'll be that's a great addition. So a great addition. Yeah. So join me in my Breeze Through Menopause 10-day experience. We're starting on Monday. You will have your recipes, your menus, your shopping list, and daily videos, education snippets to really empower you and get you kick-started in your journey, whether you're before, during, or after menopause. So I encourage you to do this. And it really is helpful if you bring a friend, tell your, incorporate your book club or your work group or your family in this too. So you really establishing healthy community around you. And if you don't have that, we have it for you, because we created the community group, our Breeze community group, and we'll be in there along with, women who are familiar with my methods, women who are new and haven't done any of this to begin with, but if you're like me, you need that reboot every once in a while. So I encourage you to join me, and I look forward to seeing you in my Breeze Through Menopause 10-day experience. So again, that link is dranna.com/breeze, dranna.com/breeze. I hope to see you there.